Hi, I'm Linnea Marks, and I am the facilitator for Body, Soul, and Angels Healing. And I'm so glad that you came to listen to this module and that you're considering coming for the attunement and the initiation for Body, Soul, and Angels energy. This is an energy that is very, very special. It is a divine feminine energy. It's pictured behind me. And here is the Body, Soul, and Angels energy. This is before it manifests. This is the energy forming in the spirit realm before it comes into us. It's a very beautiful, curvaceous, colorful energy, unlike Reiki, which is a straight line masculine energy. Not to say there's anything wrong with Reiki, there isn't. Reiki has its place, Body, Soul, and Angels has its place, all the different healing modalities have their places. This module is about the concept of discernment. And discernment is close to the heart of body, soul, and angels. And discernment is basically how do we tell the difference between the good guys and the bad guys in the spirit realm? Many people talk to spirits, many people talk to guides, but not a lot of people use discernment every time they speak with their guides. And in my experience, I have found this to be absolutely critical to getting truthful, complete answers. So, someone who has not used discernment may get really good advice, even 90% of the time, but that 10% might be information that will throw you completely off of your spiritual path. So, discernment is critical. The exact words that you use are not as important as the attitude of your heart, the intention that you carry in your heart. And when we start using Body, Soul, and Angels energy, we tune into the spirit realm, but we need to know who we're listening to. Discernment is the most important aspect of this energy. And spirits can look really, really good and not be. So set your heart to intend that you will work only with those who have your highest good and the highest good of your client if you're working with clients at heart from divine source's point of view. Because some spirit beings will say, well, it was for your highest good from my point of view, but that may not be the highest point of view available. My discernment statement is developed. It was hard earned, and there's many experiences that went into it. I won't go into all of them right now. Some of them are in my book, Thirsting for a Raindrop. I will work only with those who have my highest interest at heart from divine source's point of view, and only with those who believe that Christ came in the flesh. Now, this Bible verse was given to me because I was raised in a Christian church family. And if you were raised in a different belief system, your words may come in quite differently. This is not about religion, this is about spirituality. Those of the Christed frequency or above means those that have achieved enlightenment, those who are outside of duality, outside of the right wrong of third dimensional reality. This is having to do with spirit, and there are many individuals who have achieved enlightenment from many different cultures, and we work with many of them. So you're looking for those who are here for your highest good and your client's highest good. Those who are within right action is another way to say it. And if you do decide to come in and receive the initiation and the attunement, you will feel the energies and work with them, and then you'll decide if you want to go on with continuing education to receive further certifications with Body, Soul, and Angels. And if you choose to continue to study, one of the things we will do early in your education is to create opening and closing macros. And these macros are very time saving, and they will include your discernment statement. So for now, just create your discernment statement, work with it, go into meditation with the intention of only listening to those who have your highest good at heart, and ask if the statement you have put together is adequate, if it needs to be changed, if it needs to be added to, subtracted from, and work with this until you feel really, really solidly comfortable with the statement that you've developed. Once you have that, then put it in a journal that you will continue to use for Body, Soul, and Angels classes, for your development working with this energy over time. There was an interesting time when I was told by several people strongly that I should go to a particular spiritual event where a guy was channeling. I didn't want to go. I didn't feel attracted to it. But after the third person urged me to attend, I went into meditation and I did my discernment and I asked, um, is it right action for me to go to this event? And I got yes. And I said, okay, of what percent benefit is it for me to go? And I got close to zero. And I said, well, of what percent deficit could it be? And I get a meter in my mind. It's an old fashioned, like an applause meter that goes from 0 to 100. And it says just, maybe 5% benefit. And I said, so why do you want me to go to this since there's little benefit and potential high risk deficit? And the answer came in slowly that I was to go there and put discernment into the walls, the ceiling, the floor, all around this building to clear it and bless it with discernment. That only those who believe that Christ came in the flesh, only those who had our highest good at heart could come into that space. Well, I went about an hour early and I did that. I put that into all the walls, the ceiling, the floor, windows, doors, everything went all around the room. I was there early enough that there was no one else there. Unfortunately, the church was open, so I was able to get in. And I finished and I went and I sat down and I did a meditation and it was lovely. The energy there felt very good. Slowly, people started coming in. Many of them, my friends, came and sat near me. And I stayed in a state of meditation. And the young man came in. He was very personable. I really liked him. He uh, connected with the audience in a really good way, had a good sense of humor, just was a very likable man. And then he said, okay, now I'm going to channel. And he closed his eyes, and you could see him doing some deep breathing, centering himself, getting himself ready for the channel to come through him. And nothing happened. And he opened his eyes and he said, I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm having difficulty connecting with my guide. So he said, give me a minute. And he went back into meditation, closed his eyes, did some deep breathing, still wasn't able to connect. And he apologized a second time and he tried a third time. And after the third time, he said, I don't know what's wrong, but I cannot reach my guide tonight. And he apologized to the audience and stopped trying to channel. So clearly, to me, that was an indication that his channel did not have our highest good at heart, that these were not beings who wanted to see us succeed. These were beings who had another agenda going on. And this has happened more than once. This is not just a one-time event for me. This has happened a number of times. So I encourage you also to put these energies in the walls when you're going to spiritual events. Put them, if you're going to a healer, make sure that the healer is using some form of discernment. And if not, you use discernment and apply it for anything that happens in that session, and you'll see a difference. So, another thing you can connect with is the unified field of love. Some people connect with a white brotherhood or sisterhood, others with God, Great Spirit, angels, archangels, spirit guides. whoever you work with, the universal power, some call it the IntelliKey, it goes by many names. This is the power that you want to work with, the highest power in the universe, and no others that would tend to lead you astray. So many of the students of Body, Soul, and Angels have had experiences with this, and in their early stages, they'll forget to do their discernment statement and they'll get information that doesn't feel right. And then they'll realize, oh, I have to ask my discernment statement. And they do. And then everything shifts. So please take this to heart. This is incredibly important. Even if you don't take Body, Soul, and Angels healing, this is incredibly important for your spiritual development. Use your statement of discernment every time you meditate. Use it every time you do healing work. I do mine first thing in the morning every day. I do it before every client. I do it before every meditation. I find it to be just that important. So please do write your discernment. And I would appreciate it if you would email it to me ahead of time at linneamarks@gmail.com. That's LYNEAHMARKS@gmail.com. And that information is on my website, bodysoulandangels.com. I hope you will come join us. I hope you feel guided to this particular form of healing energy. After the initiation and attunement, we will be sharing energies with other people and having question and answer and discussion periods. And then there will be an opportunity for continuing education classes, especially if you want to use this energy with other people. There are continuing levels that you can go through with Body, Soul, and Angels to get to the point where you are a certified practitioner. So if you have any questions, let me know either by text. Text is probably a good way to communicate with me, or by email. And if I don't answer your email, send me a text or give me a call and we can chat about it. I look forward to the classes. I look forward to your using this beautiful energy in whatever way you choose to use it. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.